So good evening, everyone. Good evening, Dr. Bhagwan Patil, sir, today's chief guest and resource person. Welcome all the students and faculty members for this webinar on how to select research or project topic uh, organized under Reconnect, a student alumni dialogue initiative, phase 2. So I welcome everyone for this session. Now we'll begin this session with the introduction of today's guest, Dr. Bhagwan Shamrao Patil, uh, who did his graduation, Bachelor's of Engineering in Environmental Engineering from KIT's College of Engineering, Kolhapur, in the year 1988. Uh, he did his Masters of Engineering in Environmental Engineering from Walchand College of Engineering, Sangli, in the year 1999, and he completed his PhD in Department of Civil Engineering from IIT Bombay, Mumbai, in the year 2014. He has also did his diploma in Industrial and Construction Safety from MSBT Mumbai in the year 2007. He is having vast experience of 21 years with IIT Bombay and 11 years of experience in various organizations and corporate industry in the areas such as solid waste management, natural resources management, water and wastewater management, water conservation, environmental impact assessment, environmental risk analysis, project management, occupational health and safety management, and so on. So he has a vast experience in this particular area. He has filed a patent. He has got patent from US for sustainable engineered bioreactor landfill development and advanced instrumentation. So he has got that patent on his name. He has visited number of places. So visited waste energy plant, then municipal solid waste, mechanical segregation, construction and demolition waste management, and e-waste handling centers at USA in April 2014. He visited MIT Boston in USA in 2014. He visited China for various projects in 2013. He was involved in major activities such as to set up the mechanism for reduction, recycle, reuse, and segregation of municipal solid waste, development of municipal solid waste transfer stations, study of bioreactor landfill operations, study of development of equipments for bioreactor minings, and so on. So he was involved in various activities. He has some achievements such as I have already told you all, that he has received US patent, as well as he presented research work in the conference at USA in the year March 2014. Selected for global social venture competition for Asia Africa region conducted by University of California, USA. Developed zero municipal solid waste model for educational institute campus, provided technical support to the Islampur Council for the development of bioreactor landfill and biomining, given expert speech to 300 cadets of NCC Bhavan Kolhapur during mega pollution Pakwada on plastic waste reduction, reuse and recycle and revenue on 3rd July 2019. He has number of publications on his name, and he was also involved in a number of academic activities. So he was member of Tata Center for Design and Technology, Municipal Solid Waste Management at IIT Bombay, and he delivered many expert speeches on waste management at various engineering institutes in Maharashtra. So such a versatile personality we have got for this particular activity. So on behalf of Department of Environmental Engineering and Kolhapur Institute of Technologies, College of Engineering Autonomous Kolhapur, I welcome you, sir, and I request you to start your presentation. Thank you for accepting our invitation. Thank you very much, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Good evening, everyone. First of all, thanks to KIT College of Engineering for inviting me as a resource person. Thanks to Dr. Akshay. Thanks to Dr. Nikam sir. I have a very long attachment with the KIT. So generally, I never refuse anything when they ask me about something. So friends, today we are talking about how to select the research projects and the topics. So friends, generally I visit many colleges to conduct the BTech, MTech, and PhD vivas. And many times I observe that what are the problems with that students when they are presenting any research work or any projects. So today we will I will elaborate many more things what I observe and what I uh, need to talk with you. So friends, this is my introductions, very elaborated introduction given by the Dr. Akshay. Thanks, Dr. Akshay. Friends, when we are selecting research or project topic, many challenges are there. So that challenges are different study programs. Those who are studying in the BTech program, and MSc programs, MTech programs, PhD programs. Each programs have different available times to work onto their project or research work. So generally everyone knows that the BTech people gets the 6 to 9 months. Then MTech people gets the 1 year. PhD people minimum 3 years to maximum up to 5 or 7 years required to complete their research. Then guidelines, generally all these organizations, universities, institutes, autonomous bodies are attached with the UGC and university. So they have their own rule regulations. Generally they regarding the how many tenure they allot you to work into that particular work. Next one is student interest. The student interest, then selection of the guide and formation of the groups. Generally group formation is happening into the BTech and BTech programs only. And the MSc MTech, generally they are doing a PhD also, they are doing their individually research work. Then team formation for the BTech program is another one challenge, because generally students are trying to take group members from their friend circles. Many times college is giving as per the roll numbers. So team formation is another one challenge. Then select the interested area, also another one challenge, because for the BTech level students they are getting only 6 months or maximum 9 months. So it's very difficult to choose their area, and even what generally they are they never getting the project into their interested area also, because due to the group formations. But in the MTech and PhD, case is different one. So selection of topic, what are the present practices? Generally, if you go any institute, college or university, present practices are generally the faculty, or generally faculty prefer that you can continue with the future scope of work of early studies. So generally when earlier students are doing any project, is there any balance work, they are telling that you can continue with that balance work and complete that research work or your complete project topics. Continuation of earlier research work. Suppose in the PhD programs or MTech programs, someone taken any topic, research topic. So MTech programs have a limitation of 1 year. Suppose they have done up to certain level, but they not reached up to the end of the research. Then next time when that another students came for the master's program, they are telling them to continue their research project, so that work will be completed. Then another one, as per the topics floated by the faculty. Generally what happens in the MTech program, PhD programs, the faculty, those who have a project from the state or central government, and based on that project they are floating their topics, and that master program, the MTech students or PhD students, they have to choose one of the topic out of that floated topic. floated by the faculties. Then as per the choice of the students. Generally, this case is very rare as per the choice of students, because if someone come with their own ideas and really that ideas is maybe implement into the field, that and if they feel that okay, this is a good one, then they are allowed to you to do that. Are there generally when you are selecting the topics. The major role of the faculty, they have to motivate the students. Generally, share the research ideas. Suppose something in your mind, you have to share these ideas. Then understand the research themes, because if you have any ideas, then from that idea, you have to understand the research themes, what we have to do. So based on that, you can choose your topic. Then group discussions and interactions. This is very, very important things, because generally suppose if you are taken the BTech programs, then 5-6 students is working together. So if they sit together, discuss with each other, interacted with each other, they discuss with the faculties, then good things will come out, because face-to-face discussions is very helpful into the BTech programs, even in the master programs also. Finding out nearby areas or native place problems. This is the very, very important, because generally when you want to select, or you are going to select any research topic, generally for the BTech people, I suggest that you have to take very simple and very small problems and try to solve that problems, because based on the how much tenure you are getting to work on this topic, this is important. Master programs also, they are taking little bit bigger problem. PhD persons, they are getting enough time, so they can work more or many days onto these problems. Because when you are moving in the native area or nearby areas, always see the problems and think onto that. Generally what happen, if you see the problems, then generally comments are there, oh no, this is not our problems, it's the society's problem. But little bit seriously think that you are the member of the society, so this is also your problem also. So think onto that, how to come over with these problems. Then you will get the idea, and then you can take as your project topic or research topic. So when we are choosing the topics, see the need of problems. This is primary needs. Generally primary needs, from very long years, always we are telling our primary need is roti, kapda or makan. Yes, true. This is food, shelter, and our home, shield. Another primary is the water, health, education, environment, agriculture. And secondary problems, why I am telling the secondary problems, because there is a much more concentration or little bit work is required to this one. Even in the primary problem also same thing: business, jobs, money, vehicles, entertainment. When you are choosing the your project topic or research topic, try to correlate these things. And if you correlate this, you will get the problem of the societies. Or purely you can choose anything. You can take the problem with the water, or take the problem with health, education, environment, agriculture, and choose any part of this as your project topics. Selection of topic is very important. The topic should be innovative and socio-economics. Why I'm telling so innovative? Because if you are doing something new, then that gives the benefit to you, your institute, and your society. So that's why I'm telling that socio-economics, that should be socio-economics. Industrial waste to new products. I have mentioned here glucose industry. Friends, when you are visiting any industry during your BTech or MTech programs, generally see that what are the raw material they are using, what are the final products coming out, what are the byproducts is coming out. And when that byproducts are going into the environment and how they affect onto the environment. So if you started thinking over there, you will get the idea. I will give the one example over here. Industrial waste to new products, glucose industry. If you see the glucose industry, raw material is the maize. They are extracting the glucose from maize, and byproduct is the maize husk. Generally, the maize husk disposal is issue to that industry. But what happened? Industry is always trying to get the money from the byproducts also, because if they dispose of as it is, then liabilities coming over there due to the environment pollution. So generally, this industry selling this husk to the farmers, and these farmers using this husk as cattle feeds. Friends, if you know that this husk, when it's coming out of the industry, that contains very high moisture contents. And generally, the material which is coming very high moisture contents, that ferments or decompose faster. So when farmers taking this husk waste to their field for the cattle, generally 5 to 7 days only they can feed to the cattle. After 7 days they never, because that decomposes, that stinks coming out, and cattle need not eat that. So this is the problem to the farmers also and industry also. If you see the seriously, generally material which is we are using, if we want to increase the life of that material, the problem is that fermentation and the decomposition of that material faster due to the more moisture content. Friends, if you try to reduce the moisture content of the husk waste, automatically that decomposition and fermentation time will prolong. So how will handle that? Just you can when already machines are available in the market. Generally, when we are taking out the groundnut oil, then that waste material is coming like very hard, very thick, thin and hard material, and that is very good long life that will remains, because that will not damage or ferment or decompose because of very less moisture content to that. So only if you put that husk into that machines, and if you take out the material, very dried material out of it, and the wastewater or moisture which is coming out of it, we can send it to the your gobar gas. So this material contains very high carbon contents. So you will get double benefit. The material which is you are bringing from the glucose industry, that will remain long life for your cattle, and the wastewater coming out of it, that is if it goes into the biogas plant, that gives the very good methane gas out of it, and in the more quantity. So if when you are visiting industry, see that. And because what we have done anything here, nothing. Machines are available in the market which is easily remove the moisture contents, and we can increase the life of that material. So we have to correlate the problems only, then and find out the solution out of it. Then another one thing, a project which help the society to solve their day-to-day problems, means drinking water problems, food, power, environment, health. So generally, if you try to solve the day-to-day problems, that will help a lot society. Because when you are doing any research, that research should be go at the field only, or that go into the society, because that should not be remain into the book or your thesis. On project, when you are selecting the topic, research topic or project topics, that should be field applications, because when you are doing something that should go into the field, then and then that have a value, otherwise no value. Based on the task given during internship program, this is also very good thing. Generally in the now MTech programs, or in the generally MTech programs, they now given the 1 year for the internship come projects. So they are joining to any industry, and they are working together closely with that industry, observing the problem of that industries, and trying to solve that problems through their research topic. So that helps that students also and that industry also, and they are getting the internship from that also. This is the win-win situation, to benefited situations to both the industry and the students also. Project field entrepreneurs, another one thing, same thing. The earlier I told, the field application project should prefer, because when you're taking the research work at the field applications, automatically that is the business to someone. So anybody can take that your idea, and they can start their own organization, and through that organization they will provide the services to society and the other areas also. So these are the major points when we are going for the selection of the topics. So now we will go to briefly area wise how to select the topics from the different areas. Generate the idea and application of it. Generally, when you are moving anywhere, when you are traveling, or when you are going to your native, when you are going to your farm, anywhere, when we are going to your tour also. So always see here and there, and try check that what are the problems, and try to think onto that, and try to find out the solution. Your solution is nothing but the project project topic. Generally, I have development of PET bottles collection units. This is one idea is there, and how we can apply it. We can apply it in the society. I'll give the example over here. Many people I maybe have seen this type of machines. These are the first one is the PET bottle container. Another one is the PET bottle shredding machine. Third one is the PET bottle machine shredding and storage facility. So reason behind that to show you these units, because you have to think, you have to put into the society, and how that will benefit it to society. Generally, I will give the one example to all of you. When you are traveling, when going to bus stand or going to railway station, generally we observe that always one weighing machine is there. So people is standing onto the weighing machine, putting 1 rupees, 2 rupees, 5 rupees, whatever may be present rate, and they are getting their weights. We are not thinking that who is kept this machine, what they are, what they doing their business with these machines. We never thinking of that. But the person, those who have a installed machine in coordination with the that depot or that railway stations, they are going to their jobs, they are doing their business, and every day evening they are coming, they are taking out the coins from that machines, putting the required material into that, and they are going to their homes. They never spending their throughout this time with that machines to earn the money. So similar way, why I'm telling the pair that PET bottle collection container. friends think that suppose you are going to your college or your friend is going to your jobs, and you have decided to fix that pet bottle collection unit on the bus stand or railway station. Go and talk with your depot manager or the railway station master and tell them you want to install the pet bottle collection unit, because generally they are also facing the problem. People, those who are taking the water bottle, they are throwing here and there. So they are making that place dirty. Even additionally, that depot manager employing the people to collect that bottles and that waste and put it to the at certain locations. Many times, what happen? Many people, they are aware that we have to keep our waste at a proper location, so we have to put into the particular bin or place. So many times they never getting the any bins or proper place to put that waste. So if you install one pet bottle container at the suppose at the bus stand and make it big enough, so every
Hello, sir. I think there is some audio problem. You're not audible. Hello. I think there is some problem, technical problem. We will wait for some time. I think there is some connectivity problem. Please wait.
स्क्रीन तुमसे हे करा, पीपीटी ओपन करा, करा ना. हम्म. हम्म. कोणी चालू झालं ऐकू देतं?
hello
Yes, sir.
hello
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
yeah. Okay. Uh, so we are just now we have discussed about this is the discontinued due to the connectivity only. Yeah. So we are here. Yeah, you go to your depot manager or railway station master and install one pet bottle. So what I told, those who want to put the pet bottle into that, let them put that. If someone wants the pet bottle out of it, let them take that. Because if they want to use for the other purpose, let them it. But do think the person, those who will install this pet bottle at the bus stand or railway stations, they never stand there to throughout the day or spend 8 hours like a job. They have to go to their school or they have to go to their college or they have to go to their job. While coming back evening, they have to take out the all pet bottle which is in that container and take to their storage place. And if you install this machine, then shaded material will come out. And third one, you will get the, you need not require to every day to collect that, because that shade and that store that material. Friends, why I'm telling that, if you get around 5 kg or 10 kg of the PET bottles every day, then rate of the PET bottle, those who are buying that kabadi wala, 35 rupees per kg. Suppose if you get hardly uh, 3 to 5 kg, then you are getting the 100 rupees per day without doing anything. So this way you can generate the idea, apply it field, and try to generate the revenue. So such a type of topic selection is required in your work. Another one, generate the idea and application of theme of these ideas. Tourist places, friends. Generally, we always going to many places to see that places. Maybe food, maybe islands, maybe uh, uh, any ancient temples. So many things are there, or our beaches. So always we seen that in our India present right now, the situation is improving. But if you see the earlier, even present also in many places, still huge heaps of the waste is lying over and there. And generally, when we are moving from that place, generally everyone is comment that, "Hurry, what is this? Why not doing anything for this one?" So my friend, instead of commenting this way, think that I am not doing anything, because we are the member of the society and we have to think into that directions. So friend, I will give another one example, what you can do with tourist places. So friend, maybe you know that place. This is in India, not out of India. Maybe you will get the detailed idea. This is the Andaman Nicobar. This is a second one in the world for the corals. And then people goes there to see the corals. First one is the Australian, second one is the Andaman Nicobar. Friends, when you go to beaches of the Andaman Nicobar, this is the situation of the beaches. Many tourist people is coming over there, and they are throwing that bottles as it is. Finally, that goes into sea, and finally that comes to the beaches. So generally, three major islands over there in the Andaman. First in the Port Blair, then Havelock, and the Neil Island. So when I visited there, I was on the Neil Island, and when I moved on the beaches early in the morning, I seen this scenery. Then I started thinking that, well, this is not correct, because something should be we have to do for this one. Then I think over it, and finally I go to one shopkeeper and I asked whether this is the council or this is the panchayat. So he told that this is a panchayat, because all island of the Andaman Nicobar are the Gram Panchayat. This is the union territory. So then I rushed towards the Gram Panchayat office and asked there, I want to talk with someone. So one member was, the Panchayat member was there. So I asked him, sir, I have visited this place, beach, and I have seen this scenario. So why this is happening? So they say people is coming here, they are throwing here. We are trying from our level best, but crowd is more, and it is uncontrolled to their panchayat. So then I told, if I given one idea, can you apply this? So he told me, generally many are giving the ideas, but while implementing, we are facing a lot of problems. One is the financial problems. People is not listening to us. These are the major issues. So I told that I will give one idea, think it, and if you feel that it is helpful to everyone, implement it. Then I have given that ideas how to tackle this problem and generate the revenue, not to tackle only, but get the revenue. So first I told that make the registration mandatory to all shops. They are running into their islands. And after that, you generally island, the nothing is manufacturing over their island. Everything is coming out of the from the other places. Then I told them frame the conditions for the distributor, those who are the bringing all type of materials and distributing to the these shopkeeper. So then control the entry and exit points, because generally islands have single entry and single exit. Then frame the conditions for the shopkeeper and decide the responsibilities of council or Gram Panchayat. So friends, when telling these things, nothing will understood. Framing what will help, entry point control, generally how that is happening. Yes, there is. So friends, when that registration will mandatory, that means the Panchayat will know how many shopkeepers are over there, and they can ask them about this if they want to implement anything into their island. Frame the conditions for the distributor, friends. You know that when that distributor, suppose we talk with only drinking water bottles, then we'll talk later on about the other soft drink bottles and other bottles, other plastic materials. So when that distributor bringing the water bottles to the island, tell them to print the serial number onto the that all those bottles. Generally, if you've seen that serial numbers are available, prices available, manufacturing data already available there, but make them mandatory to print the serial numbers. Second one, they have to provide this data, means this serial to this serial, they have hand over this distributor this material to these shops. From this serial to this serial, they have distributed to another shops. They have to keep that data and they have to submit to the Panchayat, because based on that data, Panchayat will take actions if they face the problem into this idea. Then another one thing, that distributor have to pay 2 rupees to the Gram Panchayat. Friends, this is already declared by the central government. Those who are manufacturing the bottles or any type of plastic, they have to pay to concerned agencies, those who are collecting that materials. Generally, if you decided 2 rupees to per bottles, distributor have to pay to Gram Panchayat. Then another one thing, another condition is that when that Gram Panchayat will collect the empty bottles, the distributor have to buy these bottles from the Gram Panchayat at the rate of 35 rupees kg. Already this is presently market rate of this PET bottles. So this is not any additional burden to them, because they will get money. They will sell it to the industry and they will get the money. Same money to them. And entry and exit points. Entry and exit points. When people is coming to island, there is single entry point. When they are coming to island, make the condition that when they are coming to island, if they bring any water bottle, they have to put into the one container. They never allow any water bottle on the island. If they want water bottle, immediately Panchayat have to make the arrangement to give, or any shop near that place, entry point shop, they have to purchase the bottle from that shop with the rate of 20 rupees, whatever may be market rate at that time, 20 rupees, suppose 70 rupees. And additionally, they have to deposit 50 rupees with them from Panchayat office. And when they will go back to the, when they leave the island, at that time they have to hand over the empty bottle to the Panchayat office and they have to take their 50 rupees deposit. So there is no additional burden over the visitors. about the 50 rupees, because they are getting the back. If they bring the back, then they will get the 50 rupees. If they never bring that, they will never get the 50 rupees. So generally, the people, the visitors are, you think about our also. We always, if required to pay something additionally, then always we are thinking much more thinking onto that. So visitors or tourist people will always carry that empty bottle or bottle properly. Frame the conditions for the shopkeepers. When any person came to them for the purchase the water bottle, first upon that person have to submit the empty bottle, water bottle to them. Then they will give the water bottle to them with the rate of 20 rupees. If they never bring the empty bottle, then again they have to pay 70 rupees, additionally 50 rupees. But here they will never get that 50 rupees back, because this is the penalty to them, because they thrown somewhere that bottle. And role of the shopkeeper is that they have to store all these bottles into one container. And already that data is available with the panchayat, how many bottles they have sold out into days. Based on that data, if they have not follow the conditions, then they can take the action against that. Then responsibility of Gram Panchayat or councils. The councils have to collect all these empty bottles from all shopkeepers every day, and they have to take to their store. From store, they have to give back to the distributor. When that they are collecting the bottles from the shopkeepers, the person, those who are going to collect they have to count that bottles, how many bottles, empty bottles are stored into shopkeepers container. Suppose 25 bottles, panchayat have to pay 25 rupees to that shopkeepers, at 1 rupees against one bottle. So this is additionally benefit to shopkeepers. They will get the 1 rupees against one bottle. So they will keep all these bottles properly into their containers, because they are getting additional benefit. Then role of the panchayat to collect all these bottles and take to their storage or somewhere where they want to store it. To this operation and maintenance, because people is required to collect the bottle, then hand over the take the empty bottle at the exit point and give them the deposit. So always 1 rupee is balance there, which is coming from the distributor. 1 rupees per bottle. Suppose 1000 bottle means 1000 rupees. More than that, then it will increase as per proportionately. So that amount panchayat will spend onto the O&M. So friends, here when panchayat will hand over that bottles to the distributor, panchayat will get the 35 rupees per kg against the PET bottles. So if they send back the distributor, proportionately that much money will come to the panchayat. Yes, this is the benefit of the panchayat, financial benefit, revenue benefit. Friends, everyone is getting the benefit over here. Visitors are going back. They are when they are told to the panchayat people, they are getting their deposit. So visitors, every per bottle they are getting additionally 1 rupees without any doing. Only they have to store it. Hence they will store properly. Panchayat people will get 35 rupees per kg from the PET bottle when they are handed over to the distributor. So friends, when people is getting money from at each point, they easily they will follow this. So if they are getting something, our human style is that if you are getting something, people attract over there. So they are getting the revenue. Everyone is getting revenue. So everyone will be happy. So everyone will be happy. Environment also clean and happy. So these type of ideas you can generate in your mind and take that topics as a project or research project. Find the solution. Try to generate the revenue out of it. Take to that authority. Tell them to follow this. So this is the benefit to society, and that your work also. Another project selection topics based on the theme declared by the central and state government. Generally, central government always declares the themes. Our PM Modi ji Saab always declares many things. That is new things that is coming. First one, then they elected as the PM. First they bring that Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, and then many things they have bring related to environment and cleanliness, health, hygiene. The state government also coming with themes which is helpful to societies. So find solid waste management. Solid waste management, generally, you know that just now I told that Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. So whatever the waste generation taking place in our society, we can handle that with our project topics or research topics. And because ideas are required to how to implement, how to bring new ideas, and how to solve these problems. But wastewater, many cities are now facing the waste problem. Not only cities is okay, but even villages also facing for the wastewater, and they are polluting the natural streams, natural water bodies. Then water crisis, drinking water. This is also theme declared by our PM. Another theme is declared by the PM that you can generate the biogas from the wastewater. Then health and hygiene. Always you see that hygienic conditions, earlier condition of our railway stations and present conditions. So they have made the changes, but still further you can do. If you work onto that, again you can improve that conditions. So we start with the MSW related topics. MSW technologies for the MSW treatment. MSW is a municipal solid waste. Many technologies are there already that is available in the market, but many times it is observed that that organization implemented is not working properly due to the many reasons. So when we are visiting that places, check that what are the problems and try to solve that. Otherwise, take the topics as a project topic or research topics and solve that. So you know that ACBLF is the Sustainable Engineering Bioreactor Landfill. Recently, earlier that was the landfill or open dumps. Now that is Sustainable Engineering Bioreactor. Why we are telling that Sustainable Engineering Bioreactor Landfill? Because we are doing the design for the another one better word is that sanitary landfills. But sanitary landfills take care only bottom part. Bottom part means they are putting the liners at the bottom and trying to avoid the contamination with the groundwaters. But SCBLF is the Sustainable Engineering Bioreactor Landfill. They are putting the liners from the bottom to avoid the water contamination, collect the leachate, and once we fill that bioreactor, they are covering from the top also with the liners and trying to extract methane gas out of it. And again, that methane converting into the energy, electricity. Again, we can using that electricity for the run the multiple units or motors or pumps in the bioreactor landfill and access to the grid. So that's why sustainable means we are getting the revenue out of it. Another one thing is if you design the sustainable bioreactor landfill, you need not require the additionally lands, because if you develop the set up 3 bioreactor landfills, then if you start filling one, closing one to get the extract the biogas and mining one. So if you set this cycle, then repetitively you can use this bioreactors to treat the MSW and get the methane gas out of it. And lastly, mining. From mining also we are getting the compost. That composting presently many technologies are there. Everyone is doing the study and bringing technology. So friends, you can also think onto that technologies. Another one thing is the vermicomposting. Vermicomposting. So vermicomposting, this is the only difference is the composting and vermicomposting, they are using the worms into that. So many developments are taking place into this one also. Someone wants to develop further, you can take these topics also. Biomethanation plants. Biomethanation plants, old plants and new plants. A lot of differences are there. Lot of differences are over there. Hello. Hello. Lot of differences are over there. So earlier one is the Nisarg that is developed by the BRC. Then further development taken place, and even higher biomethanation plants are now coming in the market. So you can take this topic and try to bring new ideas into the biomethanation plants. Pyrolysis, plastic to oil, you can try also. Then conversion of the dry waste fraction into RDF. RDF is the refuse derived fuels. Dry fraction is the you know that paper, plastic, wrappers. These are the coming into the dry fraction, clothes. So you can convert into the RDF. Then RDF to energy, use the RDF into the boilers and convert into the electricity. Gasification, also one of the technology. You can work into the gasification also. Generally, in this case, produced gases are generated and that is supplied to engine, and through engine it is converting into the electricity. Incineration, much more work is not happened because this is a very interesting area. Incineration because many limitations are over there. Emission of the harmful gases into the atmosphere, but it is a possible to incinerate into the controlled conditions. So friends, this is also very good and present need of the society, because huge quantity waste generation is taking place, and storing, putting into the bioreactor landfill, do the mining, biomethanation, composting. It takes a lot of time and a lot of money. So incineration is the another one good alternative to choose the topic, research or research topics or project topics and solutions, because incineration presently you have given the permissions that you can send your dry fractions RDF to the cement industry to incinerate there, because if you see that plastic, thermocoals and vapors have a very high calorific value. So we are wasting that calorific value. So if you think about the incineration, so that will get the benefit. Conversion of plastic into the value-added products. Conversion of plastic, we are a lot of facing the problems of the plastics, plastic bags, so many. So think over it and try to convert into the value-added products. This is also a very good topic, because now we are facing a lot of problems with the plastics. So I give the example of the how you can convert the plastic into the value-added products. Friends, plastic waste, shred it, conversion of into the granules. Granules making machines are available in the market. So if you do these granules, then multiple uses of granules are there. If you want to send back for the again manufacture of the plastic, possible. Suppose that is not up to that quality, recycle quality, then use that granule making PCC, replacement of sand, go with the 5%, nothing will happen. Make the ECB, irritated concrete blocks. Then use granule, prepare the chamber covers or drain covers or molded drains. with other additives. Ready mix plant, you can send it to the ready mix plant also to use for the asphalting roads. Granules for polyester manufacturing. That if granules have a quality, that that you will get the money here. So PCC, you will get the money. The drain covers and chambers, you will get the money. Mix plant, ready mix plants also, and polyester making. So try to convert that and generate the revenue. You can generate your own ideas and try to manufacture any other. Many people they are now manufacturing the benches out of the plastic, and they are providing to the schools. This is the idea. So think onto that and try to find out solution for this, and solution of this is your topic or your work. Another one thing, the MSW related project topics, develop the apps. So those who are working into the IT or CS, even we can also, environment people or civil people also can do the segregations. Take the segregation topic. That segregations, generally government is telling that to separate it into wet waste and dry waste. So if you develop the app for this one, then that will also help. I will tell you one app already. When I was in IIT Bombay, we developed the app. The app that when that person, generally house to house collection is in the IIT Bombay, so the person is going to everyone's house. They are collecting wet waste separately, dry waste separately. So we developed the app that we have given that app to that concerned person onto their mobile, and given the block numbers and that room numbers. These numbers are your duty to collect from these places. And only when everyone should to segregate it and hand over to that person. Suppose any any person not segregated, then only he just clicking that button that not segregated. So automatically that message goes to that concerned person that today you have not segregated the waste. Please segregate tomorrow and help us. That immediately that message goes to that concerned person. So immediately when they goes to that message, immediately next day they improves their activities. So this way you can try many ways to develop the apps for the MSW segregations. Even this reduction, reuse, recycle, and revenue, that 4 areas over there, you can try to develop the app for the different activities. That is also possible. Many opportunities over there here. Then e-waste handling. Generally, you see the developed in the IIT, you can develop yourself container those which will help to the e-waste handling, e-waste segregations. So we have given the pictorial things and to what to do, what to put into this and what to not put into this one. So mention there what are the components, then segregation, then storage, transportation, processing, extraction of rare earth. All these areas are the research areas, because not much more work is happened into this area. Only people is those who are get the approval to collect this waste, they are collecting it, they are only segregating it, or they are taking the valuable material out of it. Remaining things, still there is problems, processing problem, extraction of the problem, scientific extraction. So you can take this theme for your research work also, and try to generate the revenue out of it. Biomedical and biohazard waste. These are the categories. Presently, you can develop the app, find out where that generation is taking place, how they are collecting, transportation, whether that is going to the incineration unit, properly that is happening, and incineration is happening as per rule regulations. Check that. This is also one of the very good area for the topics. Another MSW related sanitary pads and diapers. No one have done any work related to this. How to separate it, how to transport it, how to dispose it separately. Unused medicine packets. Still that is going there. Nothing happening with that. Not decomposition in not taking place on the sanitary landfills. Not using into the composting. Just if you try to burn it, that is also not possible because one multi-layer is there, aluminum and the plastic. So that is harmful to the society if you burn it. So a lot of work is required into the unused medicine packets, sanitary pads and diapers, used clothes and old furnitures. So friends, I want to give one example, used clothes and old furniture. When I visited Missouri, at the one center, they have developed one uh, glass box, big glass box. And they have wrote over there that those who want to uh, dispose of the clothes, please put into this one. And again, one sentence they put there, those who wants the clothes, they can take from that box. Means those who have additional clothes, they can put into that. Those who need the clothes, they can take from that box. Means automatically reduction will take place over there. Similar way, old furnitures. Old furnitures, because if you go to sell the old furnitures, kabadi wala never give anything. So think over it and try to generate the revenue, because if you generate the revenue, then that your research work will or research projects will help the society, and that will work. Because people, when the money, people never getting any revenue, they never think about this. And if you see this is revenue generation ideas, immediately they will attract. Use tire, electric tubes, pearl, glasses, still that is everything is going together, and that is going into the dumping grounds. Wastewater related project topics, pollution of the water bodies, natural streams, river, lake, ponds. Generally, already we have seen them. This is the nalas. Everything is going into the natural streams, from natural streams to water bodies. That is polluting. All villages don't have any treatment facility right now. But a lot of wastewater going to directly to the lake or river or natural streams. So if you want to take the project, your research topics or project topics, think over it, go to village, see the problems. This is the very good work and very good solution to panchayat, because no one is worked on to this one, or even many limitations are over there. Government don't have money to spend on the villages. Villages don't have money to spend on to these activities. So find out the solution that is self-sustainable, and that is which will be helpful to the panchayat and finally society. Many things are. This is the picture last they have published into the paper. This is Sangli. Even in the many cities are there along the river. All the wastewater is running the parallel, and when that is flooding, that is going into the water, or when that is excess, that is contaminating the river water. And finally, at the end of the city, always drinking water pumping station is there. So these are the problems for the society. So take the small projects and think over it and try to solve it. And this work will help to many people. Wastewater related project topics, online wastewater treatment facility. Friends, this is not like online purchasing or online things. But if you are think very deeply, you will get the idea. I will give the wastewater. Generally, what happens, wastewater that is going into the septic tank, or grey water that is going to the gutter from or sewage line to the STP. Then meanwhile, their collection chambers are there. Some collection wells are there. Depend on the counters of that area. And finally, that goes to the STP. Generally, if you see the STPs of the city, not a single STP in city that is treating that wastewater properly. Present conditions. Go anywhere. You'll never get that working properly. So what is the solution? Because all load going to the STP only. All load. And I think meanwhile, 6 months or 1 year back, our PM also declared that generate the biogas from the wastewater. Many people rushed towards our institute. 2-3 people came to me also. They want to work onto that, want solution, tell us what to do. So friend, very simple thing. Try to develop the aeration comes settling tank along the sewage line. Because main sewage line, along the main sewage line. Is this possible? Possible. Separate the sludge, send that sludge to digester, take the biogas out of, generate the energy, treated sludge, take to the, or do the composting or take to the composting unit. What will happen when that water will come to the aeration or settling tank? Once that sludge is removed from it, then automatically clear water will go further to the STP, and automatically load of the STP will reduce. Is this possible? Aeration come tank settling along the sewage. Yes, friends. You can run this unit in sitting your home also. If someone wants to work onto this area, I will give the idea. This is a very good idea. And finally, what PM is thinking, that correct. You will get the biogas out of it, because if you separated sludge that have a very good calorie, carbon contents, automatically that in the digester will get the biogas. And if you develop that multiple stages, if you required more area, no, not much more area required, like STP, because all water is coming to STP from all areas, so that requires more area. And many cities is facing the getting the area to develop the STP. Villages don't have an area for this STP purpose, and they don't have that much capacity, financial capacity also. So think different, which will help to develop many things. Water crisis related to topics, drinking water. Already many people is working onto that. Agriculture requirements, conversion of the grey water into the agriculture purpose. Water contamination, surface and underground. Water contamination. If water contamination reduce this, many ways are there to avoid the contamination, or try to reduce the contaminations. Already I told one example that SEBLF, Sustainable Engineered Bioreactor landfills, putting the liner at the bottom, so that reduce the surface contamination. Recycle and reuse of the water. Already I told that grey water. Recovery of water from the atmosphere and in the air conditioning unit. Many countries are now collecting the drinking water from the atmosphere also. This is already developed activities, but recycle and reuse of the wastewater and wastewater, this is the core area of the core. Means you can't do anything, because still a lot of work is required into this one. Another one is the grey water treatment and reuse. This is also very good research topic area. A lot of scope is over there to select this topic. Then health and hygiene. Generally, you see that health and hygiene. Generally, we observe that housekeepers are coming to our home, road sweeping people, that rack pickers. Generally, rack pickers is not a correct word. We can upkeepers. We can say upkeepers. Then those who are cleaning the drains. This is actually SWD, but this is everywhere we have seen this. This is everyone is telling that gutter, but this is not a gutter. This SWD. Actually, people never understood the purpose of SWD. Generally, they are using as a gutter. Example, I want to give one example because when I visited many places, generally I interacted with many students to handle their take their vivas, take and PhD vivas. Assessment of drinking water treatment plant in one village. Generally, this is not a topic for the complete topic for the PhD or MTech. Maybe PhD students can take these problems, but generally information data collection is required. Pollution, population, water requirement, plant capacity, present water supply quantity. Then unit of water supply plants, intake pail pumps, everything is rising mains, ESR, ESR, water distribution systems. Summation of conclusion and suggestions to the concerned authority. So I want to want to tell these all things because suppose BTech candidate or MTech candidates students have taken this topic. Is this possible to cover all this area? Because when you will cover all this area, then assessment will complete. Otherwise, no. And to do all these works takes a lot of time because you have to go to this village, you have to talk with people, you have to see the real conditions. And generally, if you see the villages, generally in our India, what we are doing, suppose one villages there, that this much population is there. So they never, very rarely calculate that how much water content required, how much pipe sizes are there, how much pumping is required, and they are developing that unit. And generally, when that population increases, they are putting the parallel units over there. They are constructing the separate distribution system. Yeah, connecting pumping capacity, increasing the pumping capacity, and using only the same distribution systems. So many problems are over there because suppose the MTech and BTech students wants to take this research topic or project topics, take particular points only. Particulars means only take the distribution systems. Take only GSR or treatment plant. Take particular point, start to work on that. Because if you work all this area, that will not help anything. Because this is not an easy task to complete within the 1 year or within 6 months or not possible. Even another biggest issue is that when you will submit your conclusion and suggestion to concerned authority, what concerned authority will do? Concerned authority don't have a financial powers. Again, they will go to ZP. They will ask them. Then ZP will give the money. Whether that will implement at the site easily? No. If you take on the small problems and try to solve these problems, then that will. So when you are choosing any topic, think all these things. Take the very small problems and try to solve that. That is enough to you. That is enough for the work. Because if you are taking many things and nothing is coming out, what is the use of that your work? Nothing. So project work should be to the point and the focus. Because when you are selecting the topic, that should be actually think over it to the point and focus. Because you have to do the literature review onto that. Based on that literature, you finalize the EM, coordination between students and guide. You have to prepare your work schedule. Then you have to data collection, analysis, frequent interaction between students and guide. These are the you can say, if you see the on other side, these are the problems with doing the research and doing the project. Because if you not done the literature review, if you selected any topic and if you have not done the literature review, you never know what earlier people completed and what you have to do. What is the balance into that? So that's why I'm telling that your work should be to the point and focused. Don't take many tasks. Take only one task and complete that task. And interaction between students and the guide is very important, because generally when I'm going to colleges and taking the viva, when I'm asking any question to students telling that my guide is told me this, do this. But when I interacting with guide, the guide is telling that they never followed my instructions. These are the problems while doing the our research work or project. So better coordination is required in between students and the guide. That's why I have mentioned that frequent interaction in between guide and students is required. Frequent presentation on completed work is required, because what happens, student is doing their work continuously, but they never know where in which direction he is going. At the end, when he is in the position of presenting something, at that time when the guide or that external is pointing out, "Arey, you have not done this, you have not done this." So if you taken the if you given the presentation frequently in front of the your guide or any person, you can present in your group also, then you will get that whether you are going into the right direction or not. Work on to the given inputs and remarks. Means whatever the remarks, suppose you have presented something in front of anybody or your guide, when they are giving anything remarks, you have to work on to that also, and try to reach your target. Then conclusion generally, suppose if you have taken any topic or project topic or research topic, if you have done something, always this is not necessary to give the proper one single conclusion. This if you do this one, this will get. No. If you have done something, you can put into that conclusion. Tell that you have done this is, you reached up to this. Still, this means already you have given that future work. So when you are giving the conclusion, also should be to the point only. Because generally when students are doing a lot of work, they are giving the many conclusions. But if you see their work, that is not matching with their conclusions. So everything should be matched with each other. Then generally publish the work in the reputed journals, because what you are doing, if you publish that, that credits comes to your name. And that if you publish what you have done, you publish, that will help to the other students also. So always try to publish your work into the reputed journals. Why reputed journals? Because many students, faculties, peoples goes to the reputed journals only. Then on field application of outcomes, that field, when you are applying into the field, maximum you select the topic which will much more applicable into the field. And another one thing, what you are doing, your research work, always take the patent against it. If you feel that what I have done, whether I can give the justice to this one, friends, if you are given the justice or not, let them think those who are approving the patents. But always try to work in these directions, that you will get the patent and you will generate new thing which will help society, which will help people, those who are in the trouble or who are in the problem. Friends, these are the related with how to select the research or project topics in the academics. And another one thing, what we can do for the society. When you're choosing our topics, then always think that not that is only for the marks, but think that what we can do for our society. So friends, form the groups of the students in schools, colleges, science societies, villages, city level for the social environment activities, and plan the awareness programs for this in the schools, colleges, women's cells, and society. Generally, why I am telling that, suppose if you are working on to any particular project or topic, research projects, that should go into the society also. When you will arrange the awareness programs, that what you are doing, what you get the idea from that problems, you can share with the people. Then share will get the idea. People will get the idea out of it. Similar way that social environment activities, what you are doing in your work, bring in the front of the people, then that will help two way, your academic and society, both way that will help. This is my NGO details. I'm from this GSYK Foundation, Green Sustainability and Youth Knowledge. So already very elaborated introduction given by the Dr. Akshay. So friends, thank you very much for the listening me, and thank you KIT and KIT staff, environmental department, Akshay sir, Ravi sir, and those who attended this webinar. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
So we have some questions here.
Yeah, tell me, sir.
Uh, One question is, how different is the working style in industry and institutional levels? How can a student save time for manual workings, data collection, etc.?
Actually, working in the industry, when someone wants to take the topic industry or wants to join as a under internship program to that industry, actually this is a very good idea of the institutes or this, that uh, students actually will get the idea when he will go to industry. He will get the idea what things are going into the industry. So easily when he will go to industry, generally what happen, suppose if you given any topic or any topic to any student, and if when he is going to the collect the data, many organizations refuse the that students to give the data because they want to hide something. But in the internship program, when that students going to any industry and they feel that if students will help us to solve our problem, easily they will share that data to them. And students actually observe that the problems at the industry and because when that students will go there, then and then he will get the idea what things are going into the industry. And he will get the idea what what things are going into the industry. And
I think there is some connectivity issue. Sir has left the meeting. So there's one announcement to all the students that the feedback link has been posted in the chat box. You can submit your feedback and you will receive the printable certificate to your mail ID, registered mail ID. So in chat box, you can see the feedback link. So please submit your feedback and you will receive the certificate.
hello, hello.